Man, probably a fun fact on me is that I like to read. I like to read. That's a lost art nowadays. Oh, my great uncle is Jesse Owens. He won 4 gold medals in 1936.
I always want to leave people with this, man, to all the viewers and everybody out there, man. Make sure you guys finish the story. Make sure you guys finish your journey because somebody's going to need it.
Yeah. All you got to do is push the back button. That's all you got to do. Push the back button.
Try not to think about the future too much so you can maximize the now.
Who's your favorite rap artist?
Man, to be honest, it's crazy. Tupac always been my number one, right? Like he got me through so much stuff, but Lil Wayne has been in the modern day.
I said, what does it really take? What does it really take to be great, Drew? And he looked at me and he was like, you really want to know? And he was like, to be honest, everything you did to get here, you need to be consistent times 10.
Happy Monday. How everybody out there doing? It's your boy, Coach Lee. Welcome to STWF Play Call Sheet presented by the Parlay, man. Hopefully everybody had a good weekend, man. We're here to do our thing. Just because the draft is over does not mean football season is officially over. We just getting started. But in order to keep going and making this thing do what it do, let's get the crew up in this bad boy. Coming from the Northeast, my fella cowboy brother doing his damn thing, Middle Wide.
What's the word with it? It's Monday. Come get lit with it. We out here, man. Play call sheet, off-season edition. Damn, I wish football was in session right now, man. Giving me good vibes, man. Getting this nice weather started. You know, sorry for the people that got allergies. I was around a lot of people today that have them. I made something jokefully, and I wouldn't probably say it again, but I said, I don't have allergies. So I'm going to end up with something. Just not allergies. But people that have allergies are going to end up with more with just allergies. You know, this is the way life is, man. You know, so that's how I thought of it. So, man, I'm here. And we call audibles. Got to call another one, you know, because we can't complete this without the triangle offense. Shout out to my man Phil Jackson from along the way. Bring my guy in. Love the hat, too, man. You looking fine today. You a blood. My guy, Chili.
What's good, fellas? What's good, fellas? Tex Winner really created a triangle.
There you go.
Yes. Tex. Sorry, Tex, man. I didn't get your text at the time. You know, Phil was didn't text. But now, shout out to Tex, man.
Yeah. What's up? What's good with y'all today, man?
Chilling like Mad Villain, bruh.
I can dig it.
How you
doing, man? Fun day Monday. Let's get it.
Fun day
What's up,
Monday,
Bobby, man. It's all right, Bobby. You always here,
Bobby
man.
in the building. What up, Bobby? What up, Chris? What up, all y'all?
Bobby, what's going on? Up in the building. What's going on with you? Check out the STWF Media magazine, man. You haven't checked it out.
Absolutely.
Great fire.
Do that.
And I said, woo, it's fire. What y'all doing? You know what I'm saying? We'll be in the next issue next month, man. So be on the lookout.
Articles on point, but the photography is beautiful too, man. It's crazy.
The photography is beautiful. The whole thing is beautiful. The shots,
They're doing work.
Shout out to what y'all been doing all throughout this winter, spring, man. Feel like it wasn't really a winter in some cases, but you know, shout out to the grind. The grind never stops.
That's TWF, man. We here. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
So
Championship Saturday. It's gonna be intriguing. Our teams in it.
what y'all get into this weekend, man?
Ooh, had my daughter for the weekend. Didn't really do nothing, man. Cinco de Mayo, didn't have a margarita. I just chilled, man. Watch sports, you know. Watch Canelo, you know, put on another Mexican special, you know. But shout out to John Ryder, you know what I'm saying? Definitely was definitely a good fighter, you know.
He's a rider.
He's definitely a rider. Canelo just has to fight somebody in my eyes, man. And that's what it comes down to. He's leaving too many people on there. He's gonna have to end up all these last fights where he's had. I mean, you got to fight. You got to bring Benitez in.
Here's my thing. Here's my thing. And it's something that I talked about with one of our viewers, Lewis. When it's Canelo, is he gotta fight somebody, he gotta fight this, he gotta fight that. But when it's Tank, who ain't fought basically no one, it's like, he's the face of boxing now.
No.
Like, it's crazy. It's crazy.
But it Tank, but for me, in Tank's case, you can say that, and I agree with you.
Yeah.
But how many times is Tank fighting?
He's fighting. Yeah, but Canelo, Canelo been through that stage when he fought.
Canelo been through that stage and all that. In my case, my thing is the middleweight division is so stalled.
Yeah.
The lightweight division isn't. It's the middleweight so stalled, and the more the point is just that he needs to fight that next guy. Like that next guy is up now. You had you switch up, try to fight Pivotal, and then you go into this fight. You gotta go swing it around.
I think it's Benavidez next, and if he fought the way he fought Ryder, it's not gonna go well. Because Ryder's a tough guy to fight. He never quits. He keeps coming forward. Even when he got rocked and stumbled, he kept coming forward. He lost the hell out of that fight, but he never quit. And Benavidez is that, but a better defender and a better boxer in general. And so that's gonna be crazy if that happens. So, but yeah, we tend to do this. Oh yeah,
we talk sports.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Real quick before we get started, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to the families up in the Allen area, man. We had a tragedy that happened over the weekend.
Ooh,
young ones, kids lost their lives and stuff like that. Prayers to your families, man. It's a terrible thing, and speedy recovery for those that can. Who didn't pass on, but yeah, that's terrible, man. And I hate the fact. Just gotta throw this out there real fast. I hate the fact that the first thing that somebody does is try to politicize it. We're looking at the wrong thing every single time. That's why I hate people in politics sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Dirty.
Every time there's a mass shooting, the NRA shows up. There's a whole presser and everything. Like, move on, man. That's not the place for the time.
Place on time to try to flood your money and all. Feel like you can. I agree.
Yeah, but
Crazy.
Gotta check that out for a minute. But Anthony, DC Defenders, I think y'all got the offensive MVP, right? But y'all got the L tonight though, man. Got to take that L.
And they got the money, on the spread and all that, man. But I'm gonna go with the upset, man. This XFL's been crazy already. So if they had a team like, you know what I'm saying, the Renegades getting in, yeah, the Renegades gonna finish the job.
I believe it.
Yes, sir. Man, that sweet tea good.
Bomb, man.
In a mason jar. That's how we do it now, baby.
That's a classic as it gets.
I got the apple cider in the jar. Froze it for a bit.
Yeah.
You cook the chef, you definitely gotta have a few mason jars.
Absolutely, man.
For sure.
My wife, she's like, that show look good in that jar ain't more or less. I got the last of it. I'll make some more tonight. But yeah, it's all good though. But man, let's go on and do this damn thing, fellas, man. Let's get this show off and popping. Had a little bit of news over the weekend, as far as football related is. This one was kind of surprising, but then at the same time it wasn't. But our NFC East brethren, they are desperate for a signal caller. They got Brissett is there now. What's the young man? Excuse me. Is it Howell? That's who got named the starter for them?
Who, Washington?
Yeah.
Sam Howell having fun.
So they according to a story of allegations, they were so desperate that they reached out to the now retired Andrew Luck and the Colts got wind of it, and they're yelling tampering allegations. 2 questions for everybody tonight. One, if you're the GM, would you have reached out to him just to gauge what it was? And 2 is
how petty is Irsay? No, is that the question?
That was the second question. Is he making something out of nothing?
You can go too.
Yo, man, introduction. Damn, how petty can this be? But I understand the treasure that you still think that Andrew Luck is years after not being in the league, due to the fact that he didn't want it anymore. You look at everything and you're like, Irsay, why? But we got to realize, though, we bash the Commanders all the time, too. So if this is the Commanders doing this, we got to continue to bash them until they do something right now. If Andrew Luck would have been like, maybe I'll come out of retirement, work something out with the Colts. Maybe. But in this case, yeah, man, it's a damn shame that they really went to go try on the street to go get Andrew Luck. All you got to do is draft the perfect QB.
That's true.
All you got to do is throw some money out for a QB. And these are things that the Commanders could have did this year. Or last year, for this case. And they didn't do it.
That's what raises questions for me. It makes me ask the question, did they go after anybody at quarterback? And did they get shut down at every turn? Because for you to make this move, if they did indeed make it, then that means you either just valued a Luck who hasn't played football in 3-4 years. Either you value him so much that you think he can come back and be better than anybody you could have gotten, or you actually went after everybody you could and nobody wanted to play for you. Is Snyder still owning that team?
Technically, yes, but realistically, no.
Also, have we ever seen Snyder and James Dolan in the same place? This is the same exact type of energy. They're both just terrible owners, and we need to be done with them. But this whole shit is funny. Like, why would you even kick the can on Luck? There's no way, even if you got him to say yes to hop off his John Deere, there's no way he was coming back and playing at that level.
We're going to take Ant's words with a grain of salt. Definitely a whole bunch of salt, because you in the area. You say, oh, my gosh, Luck's camp said they didn't do it. Now, I think they did do it.
Oh,
I think they did do it.
Coach,
I think they did it, but both sides are trying to separate from it because obviously Washington can be penalized. And I'm pretty sure Luck got some type of leftover signing money or bonuses or something. They may try to come back and recoup that.
Yeah, he on his Bobby Bonilla stuff right now. Just collecting for not playing. This whole shit is crazy.
I wonder where RG3's expression was reading this.
Where can I what's good? Can the team that drafted me and needs a quarterback holler?
No,
I know, right?
You tried to write a story on us. You tried to get paid off us. You definitely got money. But
that's right.
Overall,
that'd be a plot twist if he's the one who started this rumor.
Oh, it's plot time, man.
Yeah.
It's 2 time.
Drop that. 100%.
We know Andrew Luck gonna have no love for the game, so we're gonna call this desperate measures by the Commanders. But my question's still gonna remain. We said last year a bunch of times this quarterback can end up in Washington. This quarterback end up in Washington. We just thinking Washington will pay him. But people don't want to go there. Now this is a different story now, because you're looking at the depth chart right now, and I got it up here. So I'm going to name these quarterbacks. You got Sam Howell, that Jake mentions beat the Cowboys. I guess he's the QB1 there. Jacoby Brissett. Shout out to Jacoby. I have no problem with Jacoby, but we know where he kind of leans.
His ceiling. We know his ceiling.
We know his ceiling. Second, third QB. In this case, he should be the first, but, go out.
Or bottom of the league in terms of starters.
Right. Jake Fromm, we know the former Bulldog.
Yeah.
He's with the Saints, right?
Play in the league.
No, he's reading the depth chart, isn't he?
There's a depth chart. There's the Washington depth chart. And
he's with Washington.
And Tim.
They used to be with the Saints, though, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he played with the Saints.
Okay. Imagine following Fromm's career.
Tim D. Morat. That is their fourth string QB.
I'll be calling Luck too, man.
Let's see if we get lucky.
Is Washington trying to shoot themselves in the foot? Is Washington trying to tank?
Absolutely.
I mean, you got to study QB class next year.
No, they can't.
Why?
They can't take because they literally have everything but the quarterback.
No, but
you can't throw that roster away.
In a division where the Giants should be decent, the Cowboys should be decent, and people are already stacking Philly as going to the Super Bowl again, you can afford to tank if you're the Commanders.
I just
not expecting to win anyhow.
Talk your shit, man.
First of all, we from after the season said Sam Howell's the starter. Yeah, he deserves to be the starter when you name needs 4 quarterbacks. Absolutely. Grand prize winner. The lottery of the Commanders starting QB job, which is great because I want to be a QB.
2 questions. Is this your brother or is this Kawan?
That's Jake.
That's Jake? Okay, second. Why do you know that?
Jake.
No one should know that much about Jake Fromm.
He follows college football.
Yeah, y'all don't oversee. See, now he taking shots. Now y'all don't overpay for a quarterback, but a quarterback owns y'all. But it's all good.
Hold on.
Well, time out. We don't overpay for quarterback. Maybe you should.
Maybe not. Nobody wants to even sign a contract with y'all second stint, or somebody's hurt.
That contract is probably, if I'm not mistaken, is almost like it's not even the top 10 anymore.
Your GM would punch a baby for Dak Prescott in their uniform right now. Like,
and Dak did his due diligence to get that deal. So you throwing shots at deals to what player on the Commanders deserve a contract? I don't even know.
Stall him.
I don't even know. But we gonna talk. We talking too much about the Commanders, man. Y'all got y'all sign on this show. Y'all ain't gonna get no sign like this on no other media national outlet, but it's STWF.
Look. We haven't even started the season, but I'm willing to bet unless somebody kills somebody or somebody dies, we won't start another show with Washington ever again.
Only they play the first.
I forgot P. Diddy was in here. Shout out, brother. I forgot he was in here.
Hey, McLaurin, sorry, no. We're sorry.
He's right.
We're sorry.
New culture. That's why I'm so sad to see Daniel Snyder leave.
Hey, and to use a Washington level term, when you do get rid of Snyder, are y'all gonna drain the swamp? In the rest of the franchise.
Oh, this turned into the Washington roast hour.
Oh, it really did. It really did. Hey, can any Washington topic not turn into a roast? They're terrible, man. Look, but I do like their. That's the crazy part. I like their roster. I like their defense, but I like their
offensive. Good. They got a good
weapons.
They have good bones there.
They have everything but the quarterback.
You need to get your quarterback.
Yeah.
You need to get your quarterback. You need to get that GM up out of there. Get your new ownership installed. Yeah, and y'all can return back to glory again, man. No shade. Straight up to y'all, man. On the real.
Man, they have the opportunity for sure.
We throwing shade over here. Until you beat us, I'm gonna throw shade all day. Word up with it.
Oh, that's true. I forgot about Teddy Two Gloves.
Bridge, what we doing? Brissett light? Like no.
I think that's fine.
We're not doing that. If I'm the GM, I'm like, no, don't call him. You can't say
oh yeah. We sure gonna keep that same energy.
Oh yeah. That energy.
We gonna smash y'all ass again.
Unless they start Sam Howell, I guess.
Man, I'm about to worry about that game, man.
The same energy since man, God bless RG3 went down with them ACLs. Same song.
But yeah, man.
This is the RG3 curse. We need to start recognizing that.
That's true, because they did him wrong.
They did him dirty, and y'all ain't been right since.
Still be running this division right now.
Yeah, and y'all ain't been right since.
I'll be real with you. If they would have kept Kirk Cousins, they still would be somewhat relevant.
That's true.
They bring receivers in. They have no problem with no receivers. They bring receivers in. You wouldn't get killed.
They drafted the guy, then drafted the guy behind him, and didn't keep either of them.
But sign him to the max every year at $30+ million. You go figure that out.
Walked away for nothing.
This is bad.
Two should take my villain moniker.
Yeah.
He keeps the shade going. Remember, he went after a Make-A-Wish kid.
No lies.
Hey, on the cool though, too, the local radio station here, they was roasting that kid too, man.
Yeah, he had it coming.
Somebody had to. Like this is the thing about media.
Look,
And
nobody should have that much Jets energy.
Right. You're on the wrong end of the stick sometimes when you talk about different discussions. By the end of the day, you gotta let it out. That's how I felt at the time. But afterwards, I did look at the picture and the highlights of the kid, and I did say, damn, man, that's the kid I was talking about shit, man. Damn. But in other words, man.
This is great.
And say if we had Kirk, we'd be in the same boat as Cowboys are in Dak going nowhere.
But your ticket
y'all worse than that.
Demolished right now.
Yeah, y'all are fourth in the division.
Y'all worse than that. I can't imagine.
I can pay $20 for parking, a hot dog, and a ticket to your game. $20.
They got carnival prices.
What did Drake say to? What did Drake say to you? He said, "Ninja, please, you got to jump and swing up to hit me in the knees." Like, bro, that's what y'all life is like. Y'all down there, man.
No, Chris, I don't have a problem with Teddy Two Gloves, man. I think he would be. Actually, I think they are fooling themselves with the guy that name started already. What's his name? Howell.
Sam Howell.
They I think they kidding themselves.
15 minutes ago, he knew his name.
I already forgot about it that fast.
That's how bad it is. Hey, look. No, see, here's the thing. But that's the difference is I'm not pretending that Mac's nice. And that I'm not pretending that Mac's the next guy. He's not. We good. We're going to be bums. And I'm okay with it. Why? Because the whole AFC is so stacked right now. I don't want to compete with Mac or even try to because it's pointless. It's a waste of money, waste of time. Just take our L's. We can do whatever we want, whatever.
But shout out to the Colts, man. I got y'all a good one in Richardson. Wish that young man well. Man, Coach Ballard, good luck to you, man. Y'all my second team for bias reasons.
Who's this pitcher? Who's number 14?
Let Andrew Luck breathe. Let Andrew Luck go. If he ever wants to play football again, let him go play somewhere else.
XFL. Got tired of taking L's.
XFL, go to the Renegades.
So next up, speaking of Washington, the whole thing. What kind of? It's kind of a segue a little bit. So there was a little bit of talk. When the John Gruden emails came out. Snyder threatened that he would leak out some information. He got secrets on every owner in the league. Everybody knows at the end of the day, the image of the Shield is the image of the Shield. They're gonna do whatever they can to try to suppress any story or protect the image of the Shield. Well, supposedly, there's a whistleblowing possibly coming out, and it's from an unlikely source. There's some trade secrets that might be revealed, and the source, if I'm not mistaken, is the antitrust litigation from Sunday Ticket against the NFL. So this got some traction to it. They've been partners with the NFL for what, almost 30 years? At some point in time?
Because the Apple deal, right?
Yeah.
Because the Direct TV, I mean, it's been big, but once they keep going. Oh my God.
So this can get pretty nasty. So according to Mike Florio, everybody knows him because he's from Pro Football Talk. The litigation could result in unflattering info about the league being unearthed. Now, no particulars have been said yet, but the fact that that's been leaked out there, probably pretty safe to say we know who the source is. It's probably Sunday Ticket and Direct TV and whatnot. So they say, and it's a quote, a potential PR disaster is looming for the league. When fans realize the lengths to which the football is family crowd has gone to make it unreasonably more expensive for families across the country to watch only the out-of-market games they want to see, according to Florio. He continued, if, for example, the NFL could have gotten the same money from Apple from Sunday Ticket, and consumers could have gotten the games for less, that's about as bad as the look the NFL could have to some of its most rabid and loyal fans.
Look, man, let's be clear. The NFL Shield might as well be a Superman S because they cannot be touched. The only kryptonite they have is if it comes out factually that they fix games. That's it. That's all they got. You couldn't even take him down by taking a knee. They tried, but it didn't work.
Which might be why they're being so aggressive with these players gambling.
Right.
Because I did see a report today. It's un-NFL related, but there's an investigation going on between Iowa and Iowa State gambling allegations. So could be going that way.
That's wild too, because it's like you have people, if it is fixed, and so that are friends with people. You know, people are friends with athletes and all that stuff. So people getting a couple extra $3. Like, yeah, I mean, but the world knew this was gonna happen when gambling came across. But I mean, being an athlete and a professional, you're gonna have to pay attention and bow by the rules because into it. But back to this controversy right here. Yes, Sunday Ticket mad because they've had the NFL rights like this for years. And yes, we did see the those Sunday red zone. I've never, besides if I'm in a restaurant or a bar, seen red zone. Never.
I think it's like free for like the first week or two or something like that. I think that's the only time I've seen it.
I don't pay attention to that.
Oh, I only watch red zone.
I don't.
Pirate link.
I don't pay attention to that. I don't pay attention to that. So if it's major money like that, man, we won't tell you our sources of how to watch games or to maybe get red zone and stuff. But you got to look. It's 2023. You have to deficit some of your budget. You have to budget cuts. Like you're paying for cable, maybe you have to find another way to pay for cable or you have to. Your job's paying you a lot. I mean, then you do what you do. But come on, man.
Boy, Andy got me cracking up, boy. He ain't lying.
Hold on, the race you got to have you buy a red zone and it's raining on Sunday. Oh yeah, hell yeah. Those leaders do the black way. They get emails. My guy, P Diddy, man, the real P Diddy.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. No bull, man. It's 2023, man. And I know there's people growing up in this world, man, but there's people that have been born around them that know the times and what the time is now. I ain't trying to hear, oh, well, we got to buy red zone. You know what I'm saying? No, hell no, you don't got to buy red zone. You better find some connection. Listen, but nah, and all it's terrible, man. If they find out things about the league and they know things about the league, which Will said, man, what do they have? The obvious is, okay, fixing games, but
that's all
sports people say.
No. What I mean is, like, if you have proof, like actual proof that the games are fixed, that they tamper, that'll do damage to your league, big time damage.
No, that's what I'm saying. Unless they say something like that.
But that's the only thing that can do it. That's the only.
Yeah,
you can hide murderers, rapists, all that. You can hide them all.
I was just about to say they had all that going, and it's still going.
We've done it all. Ben Roethlisberger is still considered like a great quarterback, and no one cares that what he did in that stall. Like, this is how that league is. Twice.
We respect you too, dog. Shout out to you, Chris. Now, red zone is good for fantasy football.
But I have to ask you this. So this story kind of leaks out, and then at the same time, you got to think about the rumors coming out that Goodell's this contract that he is about to re-up on is going to potentially be his last one. So is he getting that? Because I think he's like 60, 61 or something like that. And I think he's the second longest tenured after Roselle. I don't know. Yeah, because technically went in there that long.
Yeah, but do you really age out of absolute power in the biggest organization, basically?
No, and that's why I'm surprised he's even talking about leaving. I'm like, something like that, you have to, I'm leaving this when I'm in a box.
You only leaving when you know the skeletons is about to come out.
That's right.
You like, I'm going to see y'all. I'll be in Cabo. y'all have fun with all that. We need
you. Football team look to play.
I believe Goodell leads when I see it. He is the best thing owners have ever wanted. Yeah. He follows the league. He is pro owners all the way.
He definitely is, man. And you know what I realized? You know when you realize that? With these guys in the draft and they're blessed to be drafted and they giving them different daps and all that, man.
Yeah, like
Goodell might be the coolest owner.
That was cool. That was cool.
Yo, it's one of my favorite parts of the draft, except for the fact that how did none of y'all watch the league before you get here? Because in about 3 years, you're gonna hate this man.
Yeah. It's true.
It's just they so full of emotion on that night, which I understand. They're so full of emotion that they like leading up to it. They're like, oh, the Goodell's the man. I'm like, now because you want a rookie deal that doesn't change. But watch when your new contract comes up and you realize that he's an animal.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
So secrets out, we shall see.
Yeah,
if
we'll
not,
see what the secrets
they
are.
gonna, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they no, like you said, untouchable.
Yeah, they just
When it comes to punishment, he don't do nothing. Slap on the wrist.
see, that's the real way to get them. To get the league, you gotta get the guy. They gotta get Goodell first, catch him on something. See, that's why it's crazy what he does, because for the league to stay untouchable, he has to stay untouchable. And there's been
Yeah, because
nothing.
he takes the brunt of everything.
All these scandals, all these things that happen to owners and emails and shit we find, you never get anything on Goodell. Nothing. They bury everything with that man. If they ever catch him, that's when you kill the head of the snake.
That's true. That's true. So next story we got.
Appreciate you, Will.
We
Not
got
myself. Not talking to myself. He's also a Will.
Oh, salute.
From the hat too. Shout out
So,
to you, Soccer.
I'll give this one to I don't know if he's still in here or not, but he came up on this young man early last year, and I was talking about Isiah Pacheco. He showed up and he showed out of nowhere last year.
Yeah.
Well, a story came out that while he got his Super Bowl ring in his rookie season, he actually played that game with injuries. So he sacrificed himself for the Super Bowl. So according to reports, he played through a labrum injury for a significant portion of his rookie season, and he broke his hand in the AFC Championship game.
Well then,
so he had torn labrum and broken hand.
That's risky. That's risky business to have a broken hand and be carrying the rock.
At running back,
I need hands.
Yes.
For that position.
And he still toted the rock for 76 yards and a touchdown in the Super Bowl.
Kid's nice.
He is. What do you think is next for him? Do you think he's going to be able to be the RB1 there?
I think he's proved for this moment to be the RB1. If you just said he did all that through that, he deserves that spot. Now, I don't know where it'll go, trajectory-wise, years and years out. Hopefully, first off, he can get back from the injuries, and just be 100. It's going to be interesting. You got a good offense. You got a great team that you're riding with. And I would love for them to ride him this year, but he also has to be 100%. You know how KC does it. They're a committee team, when it comes to that. But, I mean, he's paid his dues, man. He balled last year. Now, and he's hurt. Yeah, that's some dog shit.
No, that was me.
That was T.O. Definitely. Shout out to this one. Shout out to it, man. T.O. played injuries, too. People want the spotlight in the Super Bowl, yes. But he wasn't even a guy that – he was getting attention, but that wasn't – what was ill about it is nobody knew about it around Super Bowl time but the Chiefs. So for them to be able to keep that in with the way the media is now and they're all in your neck, paparazzi all in your face, and you're hearing it now, that's wild.
So right now, on the depth chart, they have him, Jerick McKinnon.
Yeah.
I thought
Clyde got one more year.
Is still there, but they didn't pick up the fifth-year option on him, right?
Right. So they're going to do the same thing that they did last year, which is by committee with these three guys.
They got P. Ryan is there?
They got P right now. So
Lamar P. Ryan?
Yeah, he's insurance. So they're gonna do the same thing. McKinnon is their third down swing out slot, like gadget back. He can do everything. Pacheco gets the hard yards. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is like a third down back. They're gonna keep cycling them to try to keep them all healthy. The reason they did this is because Clyde Edwards-Helaire is supposed to be the guy, but he keeps getting hurt.
Yeah. No, what if KC didn't know and kept the injury to himself? Nah, KC knew about it. And I mean, like you said, there was multiple players used in that game for them.
Yeah, there always will be at running back.
So the scheme worked well for him to be able to play in that game. You know, he's probably like, I don't want to miss this. This might be the last time I'm here. No disrespect to KC, but
when's the last time Andy Reid had like a full every down back? Like Brian Westbrook, and even he came off the field for certain downs because he was small.
McCoy,
Shady. Okay, yeah, Shady.
Towards the end.
Shady.
Yeah.
Like Shady in his prime, yeah, I guess. That's it.
Yeah,
I agree with you.
He doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't do that. He
actually, if you look at it, other
like
than two positions on their team, as far as the skill positions, the
tight
QB
end
and the tight end,
That's
everything else is interchangeable.
Right.
That's why they felt comfortable letting the cheetah go and rolling with what they had, and they didn't skip a beat.
Won another bowl.
Must
be nice. Must be nice to lose the fastest man in the league. And still be okay.
He was the fastest man in the league, and I mean, hey, there was times where they couldn't get it done, and then you say, "Oh well, wasn't enough help." But at the same time, it's like there was too much spotlight on that position. You realize these guys that play receiver for the Chiefs, a lot of the guys don't have that limelight like that. Tyreek Hill had crazy limelight to the fullest. Like he was actually starting to get bigger, and Patrick Mahomes is already bigger. You can't have two guys bigger in KC like that.
I mean, once they paid Mahomes, they couldn't afford to pay Hill and keep a solid team around them. So it made sense that he had to go.
Hey, they got a great program going there, man.
Yes, they do. They'll be A-okay.
Yeah.
And watch, when it comes time to pay my guy, Tony, they're not going to pay him either.
Yeah.
They'll let him walk. Because no matter how good he's going to be, he's probably not going to be what Tyreek is. He already doesn't have the beginning, the start that Tyreek has. He's not going to be as good as Tyreek. Maybe that's why they might be able to pay him, because he won't cost as much as Tyreek. But if he costs more than the average number one wideout, or they're not going to pay him.
See, right now, the wideouts, they got Vadell Scantling, Rice, Ross, Scott, Tony, Watson, Al. So really, the only people I recognize on there is Tony, Val, and Valdez Scantling.
Yep. Rice is the rookie.
Sky Moore. I've got Sky Moore's there.
Sky. Oh yeah, I like Sky. Sky's going to be a nice little gadget for them.
Yes.
Slot guy. He can do a bunch of things. They can even run the ball with him off tackle at times. They just it's plug and play. That system is crazy.
Absolutely. That's why Andy Reid is going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer when he hangs it up.
Especially now that he's, because remember how many years it was. Great teams got to the dance, couldn't win it. Great teams got close to the dance, couldn't win it. Now he's packing up the rings.
That's true. See, Soccer WZH2.
Soccer Wiz.
Soccer Wiz. Okay, my bad.
Yeah, too after the third time, like, Soccer Wiz.
Soccer Wiz, gotcha. Yeah, they gave him some leeway with his contract. They can fix that contract to pay certain guys, but he was never going to be one of those guys. And yeah, that was pretty apparent by, there's no love lost between both sides.
Also, and Mr. Run 80 yards and do a backflip was never going to take a pay cut or anything less than the absolute max. So, plus, I think he wanted to go play back in Florida. I think he even down there. So,
you said he's going to retire. He's going to retire soon.
Yeah.
You don't need that kind of energy in KC.
That's a fact. You're right.
Energy out there, man.
When you have type of quarterback who's generational and could probably play for 15 years, you don't want to hear like the best weapon that you got talk about I might retire soon. So.
Ray Flowers practicing. You think he'll start on OBJ and be the be the number one? No, I don't even think OBJ's gonna be the number one.
Nah, Bateman's still number one.
Bateman's gonna be the number one. OBJ will be the number two.
Yep.
They can slide into the number 2 slot depending on Odell's health, but then you got Duvernay too.
Yeah, so they have plenty there now. They went from the cupboard's bare to these are some formidable guys. Yeah.
I know he's a tight end, but Mark Andrews won.
Option one, yes, easily.
No, but my receiver one, in my eyes, I feel like would still be Bateman. OBJ will probably be number 2, if not 3. Behind.
Now here's the thing. Health plays a role in all of this because both OBJ and Bateman are injury prone. So if at any point either of them is hurt, then the other one will be number 1 clearly.
Yeah,
Zay's your number 3. Zay and Duvernay are gonna fight for number 3.
See, they've got as of right now, they've got Zay listed as a starting slot receiver.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
And Duvernay is backing up OBJ.
That also, yeah. So
Aguilar is backing up Bateman.
Oh, they got Aguilar too. They have a squad now, actually, in terms of now, even though every one of those guys, except for Zay, every one of those guys is injury prone. But that's the thing. They have the depth now, which they didn't have before.
And Prochet is backing up Flowers.
Oh, I thought Prochet left. Wow.
He's still there. And you know what's really crazy? We talk about Andrews. Likely balled last year.
Likely was on most teams, likely would have been a starter.
Yeah.
But he's behind one of the best tight ends in the league. So they have depth. They're at least 2 deep at every offensive position now.
Only thing that's still that question mark is their running back position.
Is it though? I mean,
the health of it.
Come on, man.
Yeah. Dobbins, Gus left, right?
Gus is still there.
Well, look, when you got those weapons out at wide out now, I think that'll keep the running backs healthier this time around.
That's true.
They go 2 deep at every place except for the quarterback.
Absolutely. Y'all ready for the first break for the night?
Break it up.
Break it up.
Hey, yo, one more thing before we go on to our 15-20. Yo, and I'm sorry I have to bring this up, but
do you watch this show?
I watched it roasted earlier. Yo, Capitals were trash this season. Commanders were trash this season. The Nationals are 5th in the division, and they're going to stay in 5th.
And the Wizards will never be good.
Sucks to be a Washington fan right now, man. But nah, I waited to break.
No, his team is the Cowboys. Do you watch this show?
Yes, I'm a Cowboys fan. I'm not going to answer that question, Chris. You know better. You know better.
I feel like he's got to be joking because
he's trolling you.
Yeah.
Well, we'll be back in about 15-20. Appreciate y'all hanging out with your boys on the play call sheets.
What's up, world? Kyrie Robinson, man. New Orleans Saints veteran. Hey, man, make sure you guys go check out my guy, man, STWF, the media, man. Check them guys out. Y'all want to get sports talks with players, with fans, anything like that, man, go check them guys out, man. That's the place to be if you want to talk sports. Who that nation?
I was never a Capital fan. I'm a Pittsburgh. I bet you a Yankees fan too, huh?
Pittsburgh, hold on. Pittsburgh didn't make the playoffs either this year, so both trash. Shout out to Sean too, because Sean liked the goddamn Penguins, and he was talking crap about my Devils all year. My Devils, I mean, though we trying to climb back out the hole, we are in the second round. You know,
Orioles fan. It's not getting better for you in any. It's not good.
I like the park though. Shout out to the park.
Absolutely.
I
never been. How was it? It's nice.
It's nice. Nice feel, man. I love playing in video games back in the day, and I loved when I actually was able to go there. But,
I want to go to all the stadiums, but I kind of just want to go back to Kauffman. That's how much I love Kansas City field. It was beautiful down there.
So this next story might be of some interest to my man Will.
Oh.
So we all know who your favorite NFL team is.
Yeah, Patriots. Let's get it.
But y'all got some news that broke over the weekend. Y'all got a new inductee into the Patriots Hall of Fame. The great Mike Vrabel will be the 34th member inducted into the Patriots Hall of Fame. Well deserved. And I'm gonna throw this out there. I think he's Belichick's replacement.
I would actually love that.
That'd be dope. And now just saying that,
it should be Mayo though.
Could be who?
It could be Mayo. It should be Mayo. But I would like Vrabel more because I've seen him actually do more.
With less.
You keep Mayo on the squad, you know, in case anything, you know.
That's the problem though. If they don't give it to Mayo, he's piecing out.
I mean, he's gonna piece too. I mean, he's
gonna be out.
You know, definitely. But that's crazy that you say that because you mean Mike's been chilling for so long. He's been so patient with the Titans. I mean, he can end up just routing out with them. The team looks like they're sunken ship sooner rather than later. So I mean, maybe he jumps off before they completely fall under.
I know Bill wants it to be Steve, his son, which no one else wants that. So
no, that's the guy that be making all the funny faces.
Like the faces, the weird ass faces.
You don't want to end a Belichick and then have another one. I mean, I'm saying I'm a Patriots fan, but for a city's sake, I don't want to see a Belichick never again coaching the Patriots after this one. This one's gave me for the last 20 plus years. I don't want to see a Belichick no more. Stay in the stands. whatever the case is. But nah, shout out to Mike Vrabel, man. Made touchdowns for a non-skill player possible. Is that correct? He may have a few touchdowns. He had a few touchdowns.
Vrabel does, yes. Vrabel does. Brewski too.
Yeah.
Vrabel and Brewski did a lot of scoring for guys who were not on offense.
Definitely. So shout out to Mike, man. Well, all around great Patriot. You know what I'm saying? And it took the morals and the values and the beliefs to Tennessee and try to make Tennessee, kind of like with the Patriots. And he actually also has a W against. And he plays very well against Belichick. So
who? Sark, who you talking about? Vrabel?
Yeah.
Nah, I want to know who he's talking about. If he's talking about Vrabel.
Oh, he's a good defensive coach, but that's about it. Oh, Vrabel?
That sounds like Mayo.
Mayo?
Hey, Vrabel got those boys balling in Tennessee on occasion.
Yeah. My man had an offense
with
going
a trash quarterback.
With Tannehill going.
Yeah.
And then they traded away his best weapon. I think he's all right on offense. You got King Henry doing his thing. And you're a Bengals fan from Atlanta, I believe, or from Georgia. A Bengals fan from Georgia. You're a fish out of water, brother.
Both of those are confusing.
Very, very much so.
So I took a look at y'all's Hall of Fame. It's pretty impressive. You got Vince Wilfork in there, Richard Seymour.
Monster.
Rodney Harrison.
Monster. He probably shouldn't be in it, though.
Tracy Sermon.
I feel like Marvin shouldn't. I feel like Rodney shouldn't be in it, but I get it. He played
there for 5 years.
Yeah, I know he played a decent stint for us, but he was there for 5 years and was great, but we didn't actually win with him, I don't think. I don't think we won a bowl when he was there. And he's the one who got shit on by David Tyree.
Yeah.
He literally wants to kill everybody catching the football. And the one time he wants to play the ball like a center fielder, and he just got fucking shit on by David Tyree. So
Matt Light. Leon
legend.
Kevin Falk.
Kevin, he's in there because he got hit so many damn times for our team.
Raymond Claiborne. Willa McGinnis is in there, but he can't stay out of trouble.
Big Willie got to stay out of the club, stay in the hall, stay out of clubs.
Houston Antoine, Ty Law, Teddy Bruschi,
Ty Law the GOAT.
Gil Santos.
Ain't that the CBS reporter?
Yep.
Yeah.
He did the radio play-by-play. Troy Brown, John Morris, Drew Bledsoe, the great Sam Cunningham, Jim Nance. I forgot about Jim Nance. Billy Sullivan, Ben Coates.
Another guy who couldn't stay out of trouble.
Oh man, I had this guy. I got this guy's rookie card. Stanley Morgan.
I thought you was from New York for a second there. I didn't record. You from the Bay? It was good.
Bruce Armstrong, the great Andre Tippett.
Yeah.
Oh, neck brace, Steve Grogan. Mike Haynes.
Richard Seymour is a Hall of Fame.
Vito Bay Pirelli. Steve Nelson. Jim Lee Hunt. Bob D. Nick Bonicani. Gino Cappelletti, and probably one of the greatest offensive linemen ever, John Hanna.
Yeah, Hanna was a beast. I don't know if Seymour's in the Hall of Fame. I know he's in the Hall of Fame.
This is y'all's Hall of Fame.
This is ours, but I don't know. Yeah. Is he in the Hall of Fame?
I don't think he is.
That seems way too early for him. Yeah.
No, he's in the Hall of Fame. Class of 2022.
Oh shit! Wait, really?
That's your squad. You should know that.
I'm just shocked. I'm just shocked because they usually make guys wait way longer than he's been out of the NFL Hall of Fame stars guys out. Like Woodson, we're talking about Woodson still not in it.
Trash. Yeah, he's still not in it.
Ridiculous.
I forgot Seymour finished his career in Oakland.
Yeah. Well, because we would not, again, another guy when everybody goes, oh, this is crazy. What Belichick's doing, we need to pay guy. We didn't pay him.
I like the way we do our Hall of Fame tribute too. They let the fans sign there.
Okay, fair enough.
Seymour's there, man. Hey, did I hear Adam?
Vinatieri? He's not in there? We must have been pissed that he left.
Damn shame.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Bill Belichick better put him in the hall.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's absurd. You don't have like 4 of those rings without him. But at least 3.
Damn sure don't have the first one without him.
Oh, hell no. Hell no. Hell no.
I'm gonna be real. I kind of let a secret out real quick.
I bet it's not a secret, but
it was kind of a smile. It was I smiled a little bit when the Patriots won their first Super Bowl, just because it was their first Super Bowl ever, and the city was dying for one for a long time. So when they beat, because I never thought that they would beat the Rams. Nobody did, and when they beat them that night, that was probably the only time I'm like, oh snap, they won the Super Bowl. And I was smiling. But after that, it's like, fuck them. I always didn't like them. But that was a good memory, man. They always live on, man. That
you were young. We won't hold it against you.
You know what I'm saying? We got to see that. Like that actually like football. Yeah. Like we got to see that. Like that's like, you know,
they rode through the city. It was great.
Like they came out as a team. Like shout out to the Patriots, man. Because though I don't rock with them. When they came out as a team, it kind of defined.
First time they ever seen that. First time they ever seen that.
In the NFL, it kind of
no days off.
Right.
Though it was Spygate and all that, but they came divided as a team. As a team, we're all going to do this together. We're going to cheat together.
Look.
We're going to play football together.
You ain't cheating. You ain't trying.
Exactly. Stole the word from me. And that's
they just got caught.
That's the coach telling you. And they didn't even really get caught. They got snitched on. That's what happened. Yeah. Like somebody ratted.
Everybody cheats in NFL.
And he ratted because he used to be on the staff doing it. So he knew we were doing it. And Mangini. Bitch ass.
Mangini.
that man genius who couldn't keep a job after that.
Trash. He don't
trash.
Get the Bubba Dub, huh?
No, you know why he didn't keep that? You know why he couldn't keep a job, right? Because by that time, Bill and Rob Kraft were winning so much, they already had the regime with Roger Goodell. It was already regime. Until they got caught with until he came out and said that and kind of broke it up a little bit, Goodell was riding with them.
Yeah.
Riding. So they was on top of the world. That's why man didn't have no job.
He's not even on TV anymore, is he?
Nah, they cut him out everywhere. They're like, he's trash. Get him out of here.
Snitch.
He's a rat. I used to like his analysis though. When he was on First Take, he would break shit down. He made Skip look stupid quite a few times. That's always fun.
Skip's an idiot.
And then that was that.
Skip.
Hey Chris, man, you talking crazy, man. We do not need Andy Dalton back here.
Chris, you had some of the high heat tonight.
We good.
The Red Rocket. Y'all want the Red Rocket from Texas?
Nah, we got Cooper Kupp to back up.
Cooper Rush. The rush. Feel the rush.
And I purposely said his name wrong because I don't know who he is.
Y'all motherfuckers wish y'all had Cooper Kupp.
Shit, I wish I had Cooper Kupp. Shit.
Oh yeah.
Make a life for
life.
All our friends.
That's a good segue for us, because guess who we talking about next? That damn star, man. And this was talking about the impact that Dan Quinn has had on the culture of the defense. LVE came out in an article where he raved about Dan Quinn and says that with him, the culture is unmatched, from a defensive perspective. You know what? I may sound like a homer, but I can't even knock it, man. I am more than giddy to see the next evolution of this defense.
You said homer, correct? All right, good.
Me too. I'm interested to see
offense. It is what it is. That defense, I want to see what they're gonna do.
No. I want to see what the defense is. But I want to shout out to Dan Quinn. He did something for me that I never thought would happen. Have a viable defense, a defense that can sit there on Sundays and be like, damn, I can watch them. 70% of the time. So shout out to him for that. As a homer,
helps to have.
I just need my teams both on the same weight, and it's never that. But shout out to the defense though. He's hit that defense alive. Defensive players feel like they have a purpose now. Everybody can do their job on the field. Everybody gets equal share on the field, and they do their thing and they unite. Somebody believes in them. But it just throws me away, man, because being a Cowboy fan, like, damn, when can we ever just have both sides of the ball and be consistent at the goddamn same time? We need that. But the defense is getting good, so I can trust it. And it makes me feel better, Bull, in games, knowing that when we do make stupid mistakes on offense, that defense can help us a bit.
And we make a lot of them on offense.
A lot of them.
Y'all need to just pick a side and dominate on that side instead of trying to balance, because the balance thing isn't working.
And I think based on how the draft went,
Y'all pick
And
defense.
They pick defense. And it makes sense.
Yeah, because coaching-wise, it's better suited. Who are you going to leave it up to McCarthy to make it with us? Get him out of here. Like, it's no point. You might as well lean on the best coach I got.
No. I'm loving the defensive lean. No, I'm loving the defensive lean. You know, we should have been leaning the defense for a grip, and we was leaning the offense. So I like it now. I just don't like that the offense, with what we have, go and shit the bed like we did at times last year. Like, that can't happen when you have a defense there that's trying to be top 5, top 10. You got to at least be in the top 15. You can't be struggling, you know, towards the season's end. You can't do that shit because you're putting a lot of the fucking headache on a defense that's already over here winning you games.
This would be a wild-ass rule change.
That would. I'm low-key interested.
Yeah, I'm fascinated. Fascinated
That's a good statement, Chris.
That would put some value on guys like Brissett, more value anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think the NFL backup QB should play in the game in general?
Every game they got to play at least like 5 to 10 minutes. That'd be
no.
That'd be fascinating.
Hell no.
It'd be like,
no.
It'd be run play. Get the fuck out. Like,
bashing QBs 1 week. Oh, Patrick Mahomes to go next week. Oh, Patrick's not worth the 5. This bitch your backup QB. What? Oh, he have a good game. Oh, Josh Allen is gone. Like, no, hell that.
But it would be fun strategically, though. Strategically, it'd be fun if you had to do it. Or maybe not every game you got to do it sometime, but like at least once or twice a year, you got to start them or something. Because you pick out the bums on the schedule, you start your backup. It would be fascinating as shit, honestly.
If you're up over 25, 30 points, you use your backup, probably. If it was ever a rule, but nah, hell no. Hell no. Fans will leave the stadium. Like, when you put backup in?
Two and two, like, get that out of here. No, not today. So, according to them, you know, culture is a favorite buzzword in NFL circles, right?
Yeah.
So, it's undeniable, though, that on the defensive side of the ball, in the locker room, there is one individual who sets the tone and who has respect from players in a way that plows through obstacles. That's DQ. He says that according to LV, the culture and the vibe that he brings in the room every single day is unmatched. His energy that he carries with him is contagious. It makes you want to be around him. And I would say that because he is the architect of the Legion of Boom, which is, I don't think get enough props as being one of the best defenses that we've seen. And it was all young guys.
Everybody puts it on Pete, even though Pete never really had a defense like that before.
It was all DQ.
They put it on Pete because how what his stature was. And there's all this media hype, you know. They hype the media. Dan's not hyping the media. Now Dan's getting his praise now over guys like McCarthy. And it's at times you hear him more than Jerry Jones, and that's weird. You know what I'm saying?
That is weird as a Cowboy fan.
That's a blessing. It's a blessing when you hear somebody like
it is.
He could possibly we think is he too old to change the franchise? Is he too old to say, yo, well, Jerry, he obviously ain't gonna probably do that.
Sometimes mortality makes you
say himself. It's like sometimes he probably goes to Jerry and like, yo, Jerry, you gotta chill out. We kind of the same age somewhat. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of shit.
Well, what did we learn as a coordinator? If you want some shine, just coach next to McCarthy's bum ass.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. So let me ask y'all this, and this is conspiracy time with Coach. So last 2 seasons, Dan Quinn's turned down head coaching opportunities. And I think this last season he got completely pulled his name out of
we know where this is going, and it makes sense. I think
there's a little bit of a under table agreement that you're going to be our next head coach.
It's like, look, when this bum ass dude's contract's over, we're going to give you the job,
which is this year. His contract's up this year.
Just give us 1 more year, and then it's yours, okay?
But that's crazy because he's made the playoffs 2 out of 3 years he's been here. He's won the last 2 years.
Yeah, but it's still McCarthy, bro. Doesn't matter what he does. He's still McCarthy.
That's true. I think he is going to be a head coach.
Why are we keeping him this long? It's what I'm saying. Like, this is what every coach out there. Like,
no, that's why. What coach just said is why you keep him this long, because he has been okay. He's been successful.
He's been okay, and Jerry has been on the regular saying he does not like firing coaches and paying them to sit at home.
That, and also he loves coaches that he can tell what to do.
Yeah.
And McCarthy's, what's he gonna argue with you? He's a bum.
And then somebody told me this years ago. And I mean, as a fan, I would never buy it because I'm like, damn, I feel like you should go out there and play your hardest. They made the playoffs the last 2 years, so the money stays up. Now the money goes extra up if you make a Super Bowl appearance, being Dallas. But losing in the divisional round doesn't really, for the aspect of a fan, you're like, fuck, we lost. But in a generating money, it doesn't. And I heard that Jerry just likes generating money, doing everything. So that, to me, it's kind of like this ain't a flaw. And this is why he keeps him, because it's like at the end of the day, we're not going to fire you. I'm going to wait till your contract's done, and then I can let you go. And it won't be no harm on me.
Yeah.
I'll let you go. So it's kind of smart on Jerry's behalf, but we got to start focusing on winning football games. So if Dan Quinn is the next future HC, I'm down for that.
I think he is. And here's what I noticed locally is we don't hear from Jerry that much locally like we used to.
Good.
You know who we hear from mostly now?
Who?
Steven, of course. But we hear a lot from Will McClay. Who is the man he's the guy that, and I think to his advantage because he came up as a defensive coach. He understands, as a GM who's been a coach and a scout, so he's been through all those roles. He knows he's the happy medium between the front office and the coaching staff. And from what I've heard, he and Dan Quinn have a wonderful relationship together. And that's why we saw them take Smith in the draft this year, because that was who Will McClay suggested that they take when it came down to it. I forgot who the other player that they were trying to decide between, but ultimately, McClay is the one that convinced everybody you need to go with this defensive player from Michigan. So I like that as a fan, but I do think Dan Quinn is the coach in waiting, because he's not going to keep turning down those, and especially when he was a finalist 2 years ago for the Denver job, and he was in a running again.
Dodged that bullet.
It went to Sean Payton route after Dan Quinn pulled out.
He dodged the hell out of that bullet.
He did.
Yeah, they got to be setting up for him. It has to be.
I like it. I like it a lot. Oh, man.
If that's still there, Russell Wilson.
Oh, boy, God.
And I'm going to call this now. I think somebody else that has a lot of say-so on that defense. The secondary in particular, shout out to Al Harris, man. He's a big voice.
The corner?
Around the corner. He's a big voice in that organization right now.
We want the ball and we're going to score. Al Harris 6. The other way.
Al Harris.
That's the play I remember from him the most ever.
Hey, that's the Javelina pride, man.
Absolutely.
But that guy that they took and that they traded up in the 6th to get, everybody's like, why the hell you take a 4.7 corner? He had he either had a torn or a pulled quad. That's why he ran that 4.7. His other speed normally is a 4.43. So
yeah, and even if he wasn't at the fat, he was just an instinctual like corner. He knew where
that's where Al played.
Right.
But man, so this leads up to our last topic for the nights. Actually, this is kind of predictions. The actual NFL 2023 schedule comes out on the 11th.
Yes, after reviews earlier that they may not be done with it. I seen that this morning, and then I hear that they're back on track. So shout out to the NFL for being on track.
Absolutely. And yeah, you're right. DQ. I don't think he's a yes man either.
He's not, but he's also not gonna sit there and like argue.
He's a politician.
Yeah, he's not gonna argue with you. If he thinks what you're saying is the better way to go, then he'll go that way. He does what's right by the team. So I think Jerry might not be on his back because he'll just trust him.
That's true. Hey, he's got skins on the walls now. He got to trust him.
Yeah.
Sit down, Mr. Burns, and let me do my job.
Seriously.
So the predictions for the 2023 schedule, they got a couple of them. Huh?
I just want to see what the
Okay,
question
fire
is.
away.
Yeah, what's the
While we
question?
still teeing this up.
Also, Jimmy Buckets, my God.
So the prediction for the season opener on Thursday, September the 7th, which will be a good one if it comes true. They predict it's going to be the Chiefs versus the Eagles, a Super Bowl rematch. Y'all liking that?
Yeah, sounds about right. Of course not.
I don't like
but
it. I don't like it.
It seems realistic to me.
I don't like it.
On the Thursday night game?
I don't like it at the opening game. I mean, shout out to both of these teams that made it last year. And I mean, their fan bases would like to see the rematch because, the Eagles feel like, they win this game. Hey, we beat the champs. But nah, that's not how you base your season on, man. The Chiefs get the championship game. The Chiefs get the game because they're the champs. I would go a different direction with the opponent, though. I wouldn't pick the Eagles in that standpoint. You know who I'll pick in that standpoint opening night? A team that we're not going to figure out until halfway through the season anyway. And that's what we always find out about them. They get hot. 49ers.
Yeah, here's my thing.
Go ahead.
I don't mind the rematch. I think it's great. Also, I'm not going to argue because I remember what we got for Thursday nights for most of last year. So
it was some bad games.
I'm gonna take it and be happy. Here's the other thing. The reason why the 49ers game isn't as appealing, who's playing quarterback?
Sam Darnold.
Yeah, stop it. We're not doing that. Nobody wants to see Sam Darnold week 1. Nobody wants to see Sam Darnold at all.
Sam Darnold don't even want to see Sam Darnold.
Right. His mom is like, just get out the room. Like,
so for the Sunday night football opener prediction, on Sunday, September the 10th, they have the Jets versus the Patriots.
Yeah, cool, I guess. Sunday night.
Sunday night.
That's supposed to be your best game of the week, and that's going to be one of your worst. So,
well, probably because the Monday night football, because they always open up with double games.
Yeah,
I like these a lot. The prediction: the Bengals versus the Bills for the early game.
That should have been Sunday night's game.
And the 49ers versus the Cowboys for the second game.
That's a great game again, but Darnold, fuck.
But that defense showed.
It is.
You can throw anybody in there.
And we'll answer your question in a bit. We got you, dog.
We got you. Definitely got you.
Oh, I didn't even see that he asked it.
You think college players in basketball and football need to stay in college for all 4 years or coming out early may be good? I mean, I feel like coming out early, it's a couple of things that comes out when it comes to coming out early. Obviously, you want to make sure that at this point, you are somewhat polished enough to get there. My thing is with that is everybody got to know that they're not on that wave. So it's good for the people that are polished and stuff, but then you get into a world where, everybody wants to transfer and everybody wants to enter the league. And everybody but to your point, no, I don't think it's that bad, but doing all 4 years is great. But everybody in this world is not doing all 4 years.
Nah, all 4 years, that's even with the NIL, you're forcing people to do shit against their will. I don't like that. So what I say is this. If you choose to go for the NFL and college football, that should stay the way it is. It's working. It ain't broke, don't fix it. 3 years, let them mature their body, get ready for the league. Bam, they good. Now, in terms of NBA, because you can come early and still make an impact, you should be able to choose to go from high school to the league. I hate this rule that protects the owners from themselves. Like, yo, they're businessmen. They all became rich businessmen
by taking risk.
By taking risk. Let them take the risk. So what if you get some Ed Currys? That's your fault. Sucks for you. Like, that's going to happen. You should
Sam Bradfords.
Right. What I do think should happen though is once a player decides to go to college, he should stay there for 3 years. Or at minimum 2. The one and done doesn't help anybody. Doesn't help the school, doesn't help the player. So if in the NBA and the college basketball, you should have to, if you choose to go to college, it's a choice. If you choose, you should have to be there for minimum 2, but I really say 3 years. Stay there 3 years. Maximize your potential, come out, bam. But if you don't choose, you should be able to jump. And if the league picks you, they pick you. If they don't, then you made a choice.
Yeah, live with it.
Yeah, there's other leagues. We got the G League. I mean, the G League's doing well these days.
Got the European League.
European League's doing better. So,
which is probably better than the NCAA.
At this point, everything's better than NCAA. NCAA is a farce. It's a business. It's a business pretending to be student athletes. It's a business.
Fair enough. The Thanksgiving triple header prediction.
Bro.
For Thursday, November the 23rd.
I thought these were set in stone. These are predictions. These are wild.
Yeah. The Ravens versus the Steelers for the early game.
Okay.
The Lions versus the Packers for the second game.
I'm so tired of those two playing. Like, if you're going to do it early. Make it the early game. I do want to see the Lions play, though, so I guess that's fun.
And the Cowboys versus the Jets for the Thursday, for the late night game.
Man, they're really banking on the Jets being everything that they think they're going to be with Aaron Rodgers.
But you know that game is going to be here, and he's got a second residence at AT&T Stadium.
And we're going to kick his ass right out on that day with his new team.
Mm-hmm.
That game, I will be happy with that game. I'll be intrigued for that game. I'll be up at 4 o'clock in the morning getting ready for that game. Matter of fact, if that game happens, I'll probably have to come down there on Turkey Day.
He gonna find out. He gonna find out that Jets fans probably don't travel as well as Packers fans do.
Oh, we gotta find out.
Yeah,
because I remember games in Dallas where like
it's a lot of Packers fans.
A lot of Packers fans in them stadium. In the stadium.
But you know what's funny? There's a lot of Packer fans, Steeler fans, and Eagle fans here. Obviously, the Steeler fans because of the 70s and 80s rivalry just carried over. But the Packers and the Eagles, a lot of that I would attribute to a tiny little school down in South Texas.
Oh,
they had a lot of players that played on both those teams.
Interesting.
Because you remember when Philly went to Houston, there was a shitload of Eagle fans in the stands.
Hell yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah. So the Black Friday game, Friday, November 24th, they got the Eagles versus the Giants as prediction game.
Black Friday. That's not a bad game between the two. I mean, they have a story rivalry. They have a story rivalry. I wouldn't mind watching the Eagles Giants on a Friday. I know I'm not going shopping, so
that part.
And then for Monday Night Football prediction for Christmas night. Hold on, wait a minute. They're right. Yeah. For Christmas, Christmas Day or night, whatever the case may be, they've got the Chiefs versus the Bills.
Unless the Bills get flexed. Unless the game gets flexed. Bills won't be that bad this year. But yeah, that's interesting. Christmas
quarterback battle on my birthday. I love it.
Now, here's one that I really like because any chance I got to dig at the Saints fans in the group, I'm gonna take it.
Oh yeah.
The international series prediction.
Of course. Send them over there.
They got the Chiefs versus the Bears and the Patriots versus the Saints.
Really?
Yeah.
They sending the Chiefs overseas?
Yeah, that don't even sound right.
Oh,
he said, hold up. Unc's in the building watching.
That part's already come out. The Chiefs and the Patriots have already been verified.
Yeah, they already been verified. And it's crazy because a couple years back, one of my friends was like, I'm getting tickets for the international series, the Germany series. The Patriots are there because they didn't know that they don't know their schedule week by week, but they know their opponents and places they may play. And this has been in check for years. So now the Saints are their opponent. The Patriots travel well. I don't know how the Saints fans carry, but yeah, the Saints better bring the band because they're gonna get mossed all over that stadium.
They travel pretty well too.
Okay, so they travel pretty well. So I guess I get the Saints to edge it.
Unc said I just tapped in and here it is.
Hey, the Saints are still on the 14-win ticker. How long we got?
Hold on.
Just
how many wins last
total,
year?
including last year total. Like how long is it gonna take?
How many had last year? How many wins they had last year?
3, 4.
3, 4.
Like
they probably get like 6 this year.
Ooh, getting closer.
Yeah, good 6, but you still got next year.
Closer to that 14.
So it might take you 4 years to get 14 wins.
This is
And
crazy.
then for the London game, the predicted teams are the Jags and the Panthers. the Bills and the Raiders, and the Titans and the Seahawks. Man, that sucks for Seattle, man. That's a long ass ride.
Seattle just played in one of these last year against Tampa Bay.
Maybe they'll go the other way.
Damn, that's a long ride.
Fly over the Pacific.
Oh, and there was a little thing about the Thursday night football.
Okay.
Basically, a team can get 2 Thursday night games.
Are they still talking about flexing those games too?
So we don't end up with the Denver debacle again.
Yeah, man, it hurt. All networks are not contracted to have like certain games. That's what they said in the NFL schedule. So at any point, if they want to break out your schedule in and say, "Hey, we gonna put one game on because Tom Brady ain't in the league no more." That's the only why Tampa Bay was getting those games on Fox. Because he was New England, he was getting those games on CBS. So basically, in terms of that, they can switch a game from Fox to CBS or NBC, and they're gonna plan on doing that a few times a year. They're saying basically no network is contracted to this certain game.
Absolute power. Absolute power. It's the only way to roll. It's just them strong arming everybody again. Hey, whoa. Hey, watch your mouth, soccer whiz.
That kind of sucks, though.
I mean, the way y'all talk about them is the matchup, but at the end of the day, you get football. So shut
exactly. I agree. There's football. Hey, look, the games are terrible, but it's football. I'll take it. Look, I just can't take any more 3-6 games. Like, this ain't the 40s, bro. We can't have these games. Like, stalemate. There was like a 6-3 Thursday game.
Who was that?
It was like Denver and somebody. I said Denver and somebody else.
Denver and Indianapolis was 6-9.
Oh my God. That's not a game. That's not football, man. It's not football.
Russell Wilson should have went for the touchdown. And I think homie missed the field goal. So I'm like, dog.
So bad.
Yeah, that was a bad game. But that game was so bad, my mom was like, this is bad football.
Yo, it was 2 teams trying their hardest not to win the game.
And you got the people at the ball like, come on, Denver, come on. Your season was already over then. And then that just put the hole in your season, man, after you lost that one. Like, listen. You watched Denver for the first 5 weeks of the season last year. Anthony made a point, too. Well, they're kind of going to put the Jets in that same limbo.
Yeah, the Jets are in that.
Hopefully the Jets don't go through that same limbo.
The Jets are in the Denver spot this year where they thought that, like, they're going to be good. So they think they're going to be good. So they're going to give them a bunch of games.
We heard down about the Brady turning down the Foster. Yeah, Brady knows what his worth is. Brady knows what he can do and what not do. Brady, one thing about Brady is he's not going to do something that he knows he's not fully, opt to do. And let's smoke.
At any given time, he can slide in like Kramer and get a cool $500 million.
Not like Kramer.
At any given time.
So he's good. Yeah, Brady turned down that deal. I mean, he could turn down, but if he wanted to come back in 3 years or something, 4 years, give Greg Olsen his shine, because Greg is kind of mad that Tom was going to be, part of the Fox brand, because that kind of throws somebody out. Tom's Tom.
Brady could fuck around and just start his own network.
Right. That's what he could do. TV12 network. He probably going to do that.
Right. He'd be like, I could come work for y'all, or Spotify can give me $500 million to do a podcast.
That sounds like some Kramer stuff. So
first episode, he has to have Antonio Brown as special guest the first episode.
Levels, Jerry, levels. Levels, Jerry, levels.
No, stop it.
I'm banned, Jerry. Yeah, you're banned. Is it a banjo? You're banned.
Man, so who y'all got for shout outs tonight, fella?
Man, shout out to my guy Soccer for showing up.
Salute.
Yeah. I asked him what he was doing today. He was like, nothing. I'm like, I got you. Watch my podcast.
Disconnected.
And to his credit, he showed up. I appreciate it. Shout out to Unc for being in here, doing his thing. Shout out to everybody who joined us, man. We appreciate y'all. We have fun. We're doing great. Can't wait for tomorrow for the chop up. That's gonna be fun.
Chop up.
You already know. Shout out to Miami, who about to go up 3-1 on the Knicks. Yeah, wow. Knicks had a good run, but that's it.
Yeah, man. People gotta remember though, the Heat were in the Eastern Conference Finals last year, and everybody slept on this team. But I'm like, how can you sleep on the team?
Because Hero died game 1. That's why. Like Hero went out.
No, it's not about Hero at the end of the day. It's just like
we learned. Yeah, it's not.
The team, and no disrespect to the Knicks.
It's
I'm talking
Jimmy,
about overall, the media.
It's all Jimmy. He's willing that team.
You just can't bet against Jimmy. Is basically what the story is. Don't bet against Jimmy. It's not safe. It's not safe.
Nah, the Knicks offensively, the Knicks are a good veteran away, like a good veteran, like not a Jordan, not a Jason Hart, like a good veteran away.
They need a shooter. Yeah, they need a shooter.
Too, yeah. They a Dame Lillard away.
Cause that middle just gets clogged up. But hey, we're gonna say that for Thursday night.
We will. Yeah, for sure. All right, yeah. Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to the brand. You know how we do. Shout out to you, fellas.
Freaking shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to y'all for making it possible for us to go this long without comments, without interaction. You know, who knows what we'll do? We'll just be chatting ourselves. But shout out to everybody that's gonna be tuning in for the West Coast special tonight. Because I'm damn sure going to be in for it tonight.
Oh, yeah. Lakers are losing.
Same thing Miami does tonight and go up 3-1 because I'm going to be dancing all over this trip tonight. You heard me? Shout out to you, man, holding it down, holding the fort down. You know, my hiatus. We back here in the building. We here streaming, man. I love
you. You were missed, Brody. You were missed.
This day right now.
Glad you were having fun, though.
This summer's about to be hell. I feel bad for anybody watching this show because it's about to be fire. So you can't take it the fuck off the kitchen. You heard me?
Yeah.
I got
bang.
Craig,
shout out to you fellas, man. Appreciate y'all doing what we do around here, and that's getting better and better every show. Perfecting our craft. Shout out to Chris, Bobby, Anthony, Jake, P. Diddy, Bernard, and Kane. If I forgot anybody, my product.
Kane in the building. Shout out to my man Kane. I believe that's a little cousin. Is that Kane Selfie?
Kane was in there. I was arguing with him today about some
Kane.
rap
Kane. That's little cousin right there, man. Shout out to he just had a birthday on the 5th, man. Happy birthday, cousin.
He's a good. I didn't know you were related. He's a good dude, man.
That's my little cousin, dog. Yeah.
He's good people. He's good people. Me and him, we get into it every now and then, but we don't go too crazy.
We trying to keep Sit and Talk alive, dog. Sit and Talk has been chewed down, man. Yeah, I'm about to bring some of them guys over.
Yo, bring the right guys, man.
Wait,
we definitely appreciate y'all.
Are they still doing a podcast? I'm not taking
no shots. We shut them down, dog. Our podcast shut them down. I already told y'all about that. We the hottest in Boston.
Say less.
We Will and Coach the illest in Boston. And guess what, Coach? You the illest in Boston, and you ain't live out here.
Hey, that's what's up. But man, I don't know about y'all, but I cannot wait until tomorrow night when we do the chop up. You never know what we're going to talk about. It may be food, it may be music, movies, or television, or just life in general.
Speaking of which, last thing before everyone's in here, if y'all got ideas for the topics for tomorrow, hit me up because I ain't got one yet. So let a brother know.
Yes, sir. All day, man.
But we appreciate y'all, man. We'll see y'all tomorrow at 7:30. Number love. Play call sheet out.